What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Fortnite Save the World. We're going to talk about some little updates that happened. So, Ventures is out. I did want to stream more Ventures previously, but kind of got caught up in doing other stuff, so I didn't, unfortunately. Probably won't stream Ventures. I'm probably just going to play it offline and give occasional updates on my progress in Ventures. But Survive the Horde is out again, and this time with Survive the Horde came some new characters, and I have already got them, so I'm basically gonna show them. These are the new characters, right? We have one right. Where's it at? One right here. We got Hotwire, right? This is a Going Constructor character, so for those of you who use the Going Constructor build, this is a good piece to add on. Or if you really want to, you could have this as your commander or your main. And then you could use I'm gonna go to my. I should have went to loadouts since I was there. Since I have a going constructor set up, you could swap these two. I have a You can swap director rigs and going constructor. With director rigs, happy holidays, and this constructor cooldown reduction by 1 second. Um, that's like per elimination? I guess. Isn't I don't think it gives you per elimination a reduction by 1 second, but what I do know is that with these characters on, even if it does or doesn't give you that 1 second cooldown reduction, then it's a 25-second cooldown. So you gotta wait 25 seconds so you can use it again. Um, you could swap these characters obviously and probably still achieve the same amount of time, like use time or cooldown time, whichever. Um, it is pretty cool because of the little nature zap effect. It's kind of like the chain effect that one of the other characters has. Like if you do energy damage, it'll have a chance to zap other enemies. That's pretty cool. It's kind of like that, except in your coin constructor, when you're hitting enemies, you have a chance to cause chain lightning. It says each strike, but you can't chain lightning. I guess you could. You can chain lightning to one enemy, and you'll hear a zap to that one enemy. But at that point, you're chain attacking to just that one enemy, and it's not too much damage either way. Um, but having him as your main is probably more beneficial because of the other perk he gives you, or is the rest of it you can say. Um, Raising your shield overcharges your next swing, causing each struck enemy to chain for 120 energy damage up to 8 enemies. So that's a bit better than using the standard perk, which is why I was like, you might want to switch. Um, and you get this character by playing Survive the Horde, this regular one. The other character you get by playing this one. So it's not too complicated. You play this one, play this one. I had played with some low level guys. I know I could take off my survivors, load in, and then throw them back on. I think is what you could do. Um, to achieve lower level to get low level areas. But I had some lower level guys who I started playing with, and they got me to like a 70, and we ran through 70s pretty chaotic as these things go. But it's a lot easier than playing these 108s or these 140s. Um, and then I had solo queued in a 108 to do it. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't give you a power level requirement that you need to be to get these characters, which is good for newer players, right? And I'm gonna move on to the next character. The next character, her name is Flutter, right here. Another constructor character, but this is a plasma pulse based one. So plasma pulse will summon wisps up to 8 that orbit you for 50 seconds, dealing 37. Or depending, you know what I mean, they'll orbit you for 20 seconds, dealing 120. Um, Now, I've yet to try these out. I am going to try them out in another video. I kind of just wanted to go over how you get the heroes in this one. Um, and what you might want to use them for, obviously. Like this one, you're going to use it in a constructor build or a going commando build, right? And the other one, you're going to want to have more plasma pulse oriented to try and either use it more often or try to get the most damage out of it, depending on what you really want to do. Or you could do a mix of both. This character has plasma pulse, right? Yeah. So you could main this one, get plasma pulse, throw some plasma pulse and some. You know what I mean? Like you could have happy holidays, and that'll count for both of them. You could put other characters that have like plasma pulse cooldown reduction or plasma pulse damage increase. You know, either of the two, and then kind of run them together. I run this character as well for the life leech melee attacks. It helps quite a bit when you're low health, and with this character, when you have your shield out, when you're running around, you can have a lot more armor. It's going to be harder for enemies to kill you, so spam attacking can get you a good amount of health and regen a lot of health. And I'm going to do, like, I guess more in depth on the builds in another video, but right now I just wanted to, again, show them off, tell you how to get them. As a higher level player, I kind of always scout out for lower level players to do these missions with. Not just because I can get the characters for the low level players as well. You know what I mean? Carry them through it essentially. But because it makes the missions a lot easier to do for myself. I don't have to play too high level areas. It's kind of like anytime there's a V-Buck mission out or something, you know, obviously they're all going to be in low level areas, so you could almost always like AFK them, or you can solo queue, not solo queue. You can you can solo queue with Phil, and you can get your V-Bucks if you get V-Bucks, like that really easily. I don't remember if there was any today. The time of recording this, it's like an hour after the missions just changed, and I have yet to check the website if there's any V-Buck missions. But if there are, I'm probably gonna run through them, and if not, then that's really it. Another thing. See, I haven't been playing too much. Another thing about this area, I like to consider this this venture season, this pirate event one. I like to consider it the easiest event in ventures, and that's just because enemy eliminations have a chance to drop a pirate chest, to spawn a pirate chest, and that is just really good for loot. Like, you know, you need power cells, you need quartz crystal, you need a weapon. You can get a melee weapon. I think it might only drop melee weapons. I don't remember. It might drop other weapons, but pretty sure it does. I don't recall. I played this yesterday, so I should recall, but I do not. And that is really it. Yeah, that's really it. If you're gonna do ventures, make sure you have a build, at least something. You know what I mean? Like, say you have, you have a commando renegade, and you have a someone with a commando duration increase, and a, you know what I mean. That's all you really need to start, right? Is those two, and you can swap either or. You can have an increased duration by 20, and then have a cooldown reduction by 30. Or in my case, you could have a cooldown reduction by 60 and a duration increase by 5. And then I have Happy Holidays for another cooldown reduction, essentially. And that brings my minigun to a 5-second cooldown. So I use it, say, for 20 seconds. And then I have a cooldown of 5 seconds. I can use it again for another 20 seconds. So it's pretty cool. Battle Beat gives me a little bit more damage. This will also give me a bit more damage. This gives me energy and health. So I kind of have this set up for early venture season. This is what I run for venture season up until I have enough building mats and stuff like that, crafting material to then use, other characters. Or if I have better weapons, right? If I come across a xenon bow somewhere, then it's kind of game over because you can just run the, you know what I mean. You can run the bow build and you're essentially done. You know what I mean. The sniper, regardless of what perks it has on, is gonna have a high headshot damage. That in its own can get you, high crit headshots, which would be, really good. So, um, shoot for a build that you're comfortable using, right? Some people are, a bit more comfortable using ninjas, so you could go with the sword build. Um, you could go with, a teddy bear or snow strike. Snow strike's another good one because you don't even have to use a melee. You could use your pickaxe. Your pickaxe will count as a melee, so when you freeze enemies, you can pickaxe them and they'll blow up, and that does a decent amount of damage. Even if it is water damage, you could still, you know, you can still get some decent damage in and get through lower level ventures until you get your loot built up and good weapons and good crafting material and traps and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean that's. I'll go back to the one I was. 'Cause I don't know what mission I'm gonna play next. Um, but yeah, it is gonna be it for this video, guys. If you liked it, leave a like. As always, if you guys need help or have questions in the comment section, you guys can let me know. I'm always happy to jump into a game with someone, show them a bit, about heroes or survivors and that sort of thing. Or you can go back and reference to my previous videos where I went over some hero builds or went over how to set up your survivors, that sort of thing. But yeah, if you like the video, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.